I'ma keep it G like a band. Looking for the money, not a friend. Sleeping on me like a Zen. This is my blessing, my plan. I wanna thank all my fans. See y'all are forever the man. Fall off like most of these rappers.
What's going on YouTube? It's BME Rico. I'm back with another video for you guys. This is part 2 to the lit ass story time I started yesterday for you guys. Now, y'all already, if y'all ain't seen the video, stop this video right now, go watch it and come back to this video. But all right, back to the story now. This part 2 to how a girl almost, well, she did slash my car tires and how I almost fought this nigga. So, all right, now I know I finished off where I was telling y'all I punched the metal post and shit, telling this nigga to get out the car and fight me. Like, I'm ready for this one. Like, this nigga is just sitting in the car talking shit, then sped off, so I'm mad as fuck. So, all right, now, I forgot to tell y'all, I got family that worked at the store too anyway, so my cousin, he worked 2 to 11, but I was working during the day. Sometimes I get off at 10. So, all this shit be happening right before he get off. So, I guess, he found out about the shit. Every time somebody would tell him, be like, hey, your cousin almost got into a fight. He caught up with me one day on his break and shit while we was on break. So he told me, like, bro, what's going on? I told him the whole script and shit. He like, wow, that shit lame as hell. He lucky I wasn't even up here. Cause bro was ready to fight his ass. Cause we blood. Like, shit, motherfuckers pick with blood. That's a whole different story. Like, everybody gonna be ready to box at this time. Shit, period. So, dude, like, man, I'm finna talk to Shorty, because Shorty already know I don't play about you, bro, because you my little cousin and shit, because he like a year or two older than me, and I'm a year younger than him, but shit, he don't play about family, and I don't either. Like, when you start picking with family and shit, like my family and shit, we getting on that, period. It's gotta go. It's gotta happen. A boxing and something gotta happen, period. Something gonna happen regardless. Like, this shit gotta go. But speed it up to... He talked to her, told her if something happened to me, something gonna happen to her and him. So you already know from that point on where the story gonna go. Like, period. Like, once you start messing with family, like I said, you gonna be ready to box whoever and fight whoever about your family. Period. But anyway, he told her the whole script. Shorty all of a sudden, I guess Shorty must have told him the word, because like I said, one day I came to work. I'm waiting for her to get off, because I know she getting off, and I was already picking up my bro and his girl to drop them off to the crib, because they was getting off and they asked me for a ride. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, well, I'm at it. Fuck it, I might well go ahead and box this nigga, because they told me Shorty was there. So I'm like, oh, yeah, bet. So she get off at 10. So I come to work. I cut to the job with just my shorts and hoodie on, because this is around the time it's nighttime. In the summertime, it was a little chilly. So I was like, fuck it, damn. I'm finna get on that when I see this nigga. So she coming off, and she wondering why I'm there, because she don't know that I was coming to pick them up. So after we get to talking and shit, somebody must have told her what I was there for, because she didn't know that I was ready to fight this nigga, period. Because I know he got to pick her up. He's driving her car, so I'm like, this nigga got to see me, period. So when I'm waiting for them, she hurries up, because she was just getting off. She hurries up, speed walking, ran out the stove before I can come outside, because she already knew what I was on. Because by this time, my friend and his girlfriend was already walking up, and I'm putting on my gloves. So when she turned around, she had this little smirk on her face, like she already knew what was going on. So she hurried up, went outside, hopped in the car, sped off. So this time I walked outside. I'm like, wow. I'm like, this shit crazy. So yeah, so that shit happened. Now, this shit finna start getting interesting. Speed it up to that shit happen. All of a sudden, one day she hit me up. She like, cause like I said, we still working and shit. Next days after that, like a week or so after that, she like, I'm finna go to Ottawa tonight. So Ottawa is another town in Illinois and shit. So she hit me up. She was like, if you want to go, then let me know. I'm like, shit, fuck it, I might well go. So she was going to stay the night at her cousin's crib. So I went with her. So we stayed up there. But I ain't spend the night, though. That's the thing. I was supposed to spend the night, everything. We just supposed to get lit, whatever, smoke, all that shit. But something happened to where, oh yeah, that something was, dude must have found out, because he got, I guess, pissed that she was going to Ottawa and shit, and she ain't tell him. And so he know her cousin number. So he contacted her, asking where she at and all this woo 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 and all this shit. So they didn't tell him I was there too, cause like I said, anything can happen. I'm all the way in Ottawa, but I'm not with my fam, so I'm really up there by myself. So if he wanted to shoot the one, it was just gonna be me and him. But then he got the gun, so it's like, damn, that's a lose situation anyway. Because if I beat his ass, he just gonna instantly up the pole on me and just probably do something with it. Like shit, that's gonna be a send off mission. So they told him, no, stay where he at. They'll come to him. Cause he ended up saying, I'm finna come up there. They're like, no, we'll come pick you up, woo, 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 and you just come back with us. So they told me, they were like, well, dude, she outside talking to him. So her cousin come back and tell me the whole script. He was like, they found out that she was up here with woo, woo, woo. They don't know, he don't know that I'm up here with him and shit. So they were like, well, they just gonna tell me to go back to the crib. So I'm like, fuck it. I went back to the crib and shit, chilling. So after that shit, I was like, man, I'm done with the whole situation, bro. Like, I'm done fucking with her. I'm done all that shit. So I just stopped talking to her. So, all right, this is where everything finna get crazy. Leading up to my car getting slashed, bro. When she found out I wasn't fucking with her no more, not texting, not calling, no none of that shit, bro. All of a sudden at work, I popped up. I'm with a serious face. I'm not talking to nobody right now. Like, I'm just mad about the whole situation. I'm like, man, all this shit just for the bullshit to keep going on. I'm like, fuck it, I'm done with it. Like I said, shit wasn't official, so it was easier to just stop fucking with her. So she got the memo. I wasn't fucking with her and shit. So she would try to come up to me and talk to me and shit, talking shit like, so we did all that and woo, you ain't gonna talk to me no more. I just looked at her, I ain't said shit. I got customers coming up. She coming up to me trying to talk about this shit while I'm dealing with customers. So I'm like, just get the fuck away from me, period. I'm just trying to be like, damn, man, just get away from me. I'm trying to deal with the customers and shit. Customers say so. I'm like, yeah, you have a nice day. At the same time, I'm mad as hell, though. So she was like, oh, you bitch ass nigga, woo, sorry ass. I'm like, man, whatever. Like I said, man, y'all know the deal. Y'all know what's up with it. I'm not scared of nobody here. The nigga wanted to do something, like I said. The nigga would have got out and fighting. But no, he wanted to instantly keep talking about a fucking gun. So I'm like, he is a lame. Like, this nigga would not fight me for shit. So I'm like, fuck it. So I'm still ignoring her. So she finally get the memo. I'm not talking to her no more. She walked away. She telling all the girls that worked there, because she's still cool with some of the girls that worked there, except for the one that did my dread tips, the down red. So now everybody all of a sudden coming to me, hey bro, she said she finna slash your tires. I'm like, what? Cause I got to work before her. No, I got to work after her, because she was already working by the time I came to work that day. So she get off before me, and in my mind, I'm like, she know what the fuck my car look like. She know where I be parking and shit. So I'm like, damn. And she was getting off around the time that she was still trying to talk to me and shit, but I was ignoring her. So when they told me that, I'm just like, fuck. I need to call up one of the managers, come let them tell them I got an emergency to do real quick, so they can take over the register for me. So I got the one manager to come take place for me real quick because I told them, I'm like, somebody said they was going to do shit to my car, so I'm going to go move my shit. So they told me, all right, go ahead. They like, just hurry up and come back. Walked outside, hopped in my shit, parked all the way by another store that's right down the street. It's not down the street. It's literally in the same parking lot. It's just a big-ass parking lot. Like, parking lot, you know how it is with all these stores in one section, and they all got a driveway to get to their parking lot and shit. So that's all I did was go park right to the other store, period, right there. All I would have to do was literally walk outside, walk down the sidewalk, and then I'll finally hop in my car. But it was cars everywhere. We was busy that day anyway, so I'm like, hopefully she don't know where my car at and not try to look for this shit. Man, move my car. I walked back, my bro and them, well, my cousin, he was just on his break, and all the other guys that I was cool with, but we friends and shit. I don't really talk to him like that and shit, so I just call them friends. So I walk up, they like, damn, bro, we heard what happened. I'm on. They like, you got it like that. I'm like, man, oh, geez, see, the whole situation is just dumb as hell. So I'm telling them the situation. I'm like, man, that shit cooked, bro. Like, motherfuckers not doing shit to my car, period. This is my only car. This is my first ever baby. I'm not letting shit happen to this damn car. So they're like, yeah, bro, her ass capping. Man, my cousin was like, man, Shorty already knows. So if somebody do something to you, shit, they gonna both get touched. I'm like, I already know, period. So I did all that. I walked back in the store. All that manager came outside. They were like, we thought you moved the car. I was like, yeah. I was just telling them and shit the situation real quick, and then I was coming back in. They were like, all right, just hurry up. So I came back in, got back on the register. And Shorty must have found out what I did, bro, because she literally came back up to me again talking shit. Oh, somebody told you I would do something to your car? Woo, woo, you bogus. You shouldn't never even went and did that. I wasn't gonna do shit to your car. I'm like, man, hell no. When you say you finna do something to somebody, shit, I'm taking your ass serious as fuck. I don't care if you was just playing, none of that shit, bro. When you talk about you finna do shit to my car, I'm not going, period. I don't play about that. Car is a serious thing to have. So, speed it up to 10 o'clock. I get off, hopped in the car, nothing was wrong with it. Everything was good. My tires was good. Got back to the crib. Next day, my brother, because I was still living at my OG crib that I'm in right now, my brother walked outside. He like, hey, bro, your car on the flat. I'm like, on the flat? What you mean? I'm like, I drove back last night. My car was fine. No flat tire, nothing. He like, yeah, bro, your shit flat as hell. I walked outside, the whole fucking tire just gone. Like, it's just the rim just sitting on top of the rubber. The rubber about flat as hell. So I'm like, wow. Man, I must have told my OG or something. I'm like, I think this girl did something to my car. So she actually did slash my shit. So my auntie worked at the store too. I told you, I got family at the store that worked there. I got a whole bunch of motherfuckers working everywhere. Shit, I know family all through this bitch. But let's cut to the real actual story. But anyway, my mom called my auntie. She like, do you know somebody talk about slashing woo tire? She was like, I just heard somebody actually. So she told my mom the whole script. She told my mom, this dumbass girl. Man, I'm mad as hell thinking about this shit. Sorry, I ain't even gonna call her a dumbass girl. She told my mom that girl was on break because I was supposed to work that day too. I still went to work that day. I'm gonna tell y'all how. But Shorty was already there. She worked in the morning shift, and I worked in the afternoon. So it was like we wasn't gonna really be working on the same shift that day anyway. She was like, yeah, she was saying how she was gonna do this to his tire and shit. Woo, when he can wake up the next day and all that shit, he gonna see his car on the flat. So she telling all the other coworkers what she did, and then I musta, wow, walked outside mad as hell. I didn't even want to look at the car though, man. I was so fucking mad. Like this whole time I thinking the shit was good. That motherfucker on the flat. Now, I told my mom, I'm like, man, she bogus as hell. Woo. I'm mad as hell, calling her all type of shit. Man, my bro was like, man, bro, shit, I'm already knowing, bro. I'm already knowing how that shit feel, bro. I hate that goofy ass shit. So I'm like, yeah, man, that shit crazy. She can call my phone. I kid you not. I answered, went off on her ass. Now, I was like, you bogus as hell. Why the fuck would you even do that shit? She like, I ain't even do it. I'm like, you lying. So she, that whole day was telling everybody, because everybody found out. And she's telling everybody that she was playing. She ain't even do that shit for real. Like, she don't know what the fuck happened. Like, she was saying somebody did that. Like my car just went on the flat out of nowhere type shit. Like, if you hit something in the street type shit. That's what she was trying to tell people. I kid you not. Went and got her, my brother took my tire off, put my replacement tire on until I had went to this tire shop. They did a patch up on the tire and refilled it with air and shit. The tire was good after that. So they did that. They were like, yeah, we found out where it's coming from. We found where the leak was coming from. They like, somebody definitely did stab your tire or something with something sharp. I'm like, yup, see, I knew somebody did something to my car. It's how ironic my shit all of a sudden just come up flat the next morning. Period. I think he was just talking about the shit. So I'm like, she lying, man. I'm like, I knew she was lying, bro. She really did do that shit. They even just told me that she did, like, somebody did stab my tire or something with something sharp. Like, it ain't got no, they don't see no signs of anything else that could have did it, like anything that was in the road type shit. They were like, no, it's actually a sharp ass point. Like, you could tell when a knife, or with a knife or whatever, pierce your tire rubber or whatever. Ooh, period. Hey, that shit ain't the point right now. So they told me I'm mad as hell. I paid for the refill and all that shit, patching the tire and all that. Went to work that day, mad as hell. Now, my friend girl got a sister that worked there. She cool. I was cool with her. And also, too, I forgot to tell y'all, she also stopped liking the girl because she was on some bullshit because of that whole situation between me and dude ass. So she was already ready to fight her, too. Like, she was ready to fight two different people. So, yeah. So, everybody just, the next day, not fucking with her. Like, everybody telling her, you bogus as hell. Why the fuck would you do that shit? She still trying to tell motherfuckers she ain't do that shit. Now, this is the next day, like I said. Now, my bro girl sister came to work, and she said on my way home the night before, which was the day I found out my car was on the flat. She said she was on her way home, and all of a sudden, her tires blew out. And she said when she found out what caused it, she said that this car place told her it was multiple, like, punctures throughout the whole tire. They were like, yeah, that shit ain't like some shit you ran over in the street. Like, no, somebody actually literally punctured this girl's tires multiple times. I'm like, I already know who it is. I'm like, wow, that's really though? Like, you gonna puncture her tires too? Wow. So we put everything together. So she sliced not only my tire, but also her tires as well. But she did way more to her shit, to the point where she drove and that shit literally popped on her ass while she was driving. I'm like, wow, that shit crazy. So now everybody really heated at her ass. Now everybody wanted to just get on that with her. So when everybody found that shit out, they were like, yeah, that shit is too coincidental. Like, both of y'all shit end up on the flat literally the same day. Like, really? So we like, yeah, that shit crazy. So they already ain't talking or whatever. So they already know it was the script between them. They ready to fight, whatever, period. Just because you fucked up with her car too. So she trying to say, I ain't even do that shit. Somebody else did that shit. I don't know who did it, but somebody else did that shit. I'm like, no, you did that shit. You the only one that was running your mouth talking about you did the shit. Like, come on now. So how you gonna try to say somebody else did it? Like, that shit too coincidental. You was just saying that, and then all of a sudden our shit end up on the flat. So, speed it up. I'm not fucking with her no more, and she not fucking with me no more, period. So, this whole thing is, I had a sister too. My sister was ready to fight the girl. My sister, I told her, I'm like, no, don't even do that, because I work there. So they know if you do something to her, that shit gonna come back to me, I'm gonna get fired. So I wasn't trying to get fired at the time. My sister was already heated, ready to beat the girl ass. So I was like, no, don't even do it. I ain't gonna get fired for her. Shit, fuck all that. Man, that whole shit was crazy as fuck. This shit actually didn't even take all the days I thought it was, but this story about basically over. But basically, that's how she ended up slashing my motherfucking tire. That whole situation, everything was just wild, just messed up. Like, that shit was bogus as hell. Now, she ended up getting fired. I ended up quitting. Me and my friends all quit, actually. Almost all the cashiers that was working with us that whole time that we was there, they all quit. We all either got a new job or went to a new company or whatever. Yeah, basically same thing. Like, got a new job, went to another company type shit, but not being a cashier. I didn't be a cashier no more. I went to a warehouse. I was done with the cashier shit. I didn't even want to be a cashier in the first place. That was just something they offered me, so I took it at the time. So I was like, fuck it. But yeah, that basically is the whole thing. All I know is, if y'all been wondering, like, is she good now because of that situation between her and the dude, I know she is right now because I've been seeing her on social media and shit. She alright. Ain't shit wrong with her. She finally got rid of dude that's gone wherever. I don't know what happened to him, but as far as I see, she good. She living with her family still. I met her family already before. I've been to her crib before. They all cool. So ain't shit going on with her and her family. Shit, she good as far as what I saw. But yeah, man, that whole little story was just crazy, man. That whole thing, that whole situation was just crazy as hell. It was summer 16, that shit. Man, that summer was really, like, lit as hell, though. Like, all type of shit, new stuff I ain't never even did before happened that summer just because I finally got out of school and had my own whip and I was able to go do more branch off and go do more shit instead of coming to the crib every day after school not doing shit. But, if you enjoyed the story time, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with another story time for you guys, so stay tuned for that shit too. But like I said, like, comment, and subscribe if you brand new. And this is BME Rico, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Actually, guys, forget what y'all that last part of the last video. Actually, I'm not done. I still left big ass part out of this whole story. So when all this shit happened, back to me and dude. Another reason we almost fought again is because this nigga really thought I was texting or calling him privately off my phone. And I ended up getting this number from the girl cousin. The girl didn't know I got it from her cousin. I got his number. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, so what's up? So he was like, man, I heard you been woo, private calling me and shit on my phone and shit. I'm like, man, hell no, I don't do that lame ass shit. I'm like, nigga, if I wanted to say some shit to you, nigga, you got my number now. This is my number. If I got some shit to say to you, I'm gonna hit you up off of my number. I got no reason to hit you up privately. Like, I'm not with that lame ass shit. If I got something to say to you, period, you gonna see my number. I ain't one of them lame ass niggas that gotta put a private ass number or whatever the fuck on some lame ass shit, prank calling you and all that shit, calling and hanging up. That whole thing was, she was telling him that it was probably me doing that shit when the whole time it was never me. I never had this nigga number a day in my life until the girl cousin gave it to me. Cause she told me dude wanted to talk to me. So I'm like, fuck it, what's up? So the girl was telling him the reason why he probably getting private calls and shit, motherfuckers calling and hanging up and shit. She like, oh, it's probably him from work. I'm like, wow, really? You really gonna sit here and say I was doing that shit? Like, no, I'm not that lame. Like, I ain't gotta hit nobody up privately, nothing. I told you, I'm not scared of nobody. Motherfuckers wanna fight, let's whatever. Motherfuckers wanna do whatever with the guns and shit. Hey, I ain't gonna get into it. I told y'all, I ain't getting into it. Like, hey, I got people for that shit. So it's whatever at that point. So I told him, I'm like, man, nigga, this is my number. You got my number now. So you know if somebody prank call you, it's not me. I would hit you off on my fucking number. I kept that same energy, period. Energy never went nowhere. My energy was the same as before when you saw me. So if you want to box all that shit, it's whatever. So he got my number and shit. That was the end of that. He like, all right, bet. So that was the end of that. So all of a sudden, 2 days later, 3 days later, he called me again. He like, bro, I heard somebody say you keep doing that shit. I'm like, you, wow. So he was saying motherfuckers at my job was saying this and that. I'm like, wow, really? He like, man, you need to put them woo-woos in check. I'm like, man, I ain't doing all that. But that's crazy. Somebody at work, though, that I'm probably cool with going saying I did the shit too now. Not only is the girl saying I was doing that shit, now somebody else trying to say, oh, it probably is him doing it. So they telling him that I'm doing the shit still. I'm like, wow, really? Like, I never even did the shit to begin with, so why would motherfuckers just assume it's me, though? It's probably somebody, another enemy you got. So I'm like, man, I'm finna find out what's going on, man. I gotta go to work anyway that day when he was telling me this shit. So I'm like, I'm finna find out what's me and said. Motherfuckers telling me they ain't said shit. I ain't talked to him. Ain't nobody talked to him. So this whole story was bullshit. Like, Shorty is still telling him, because he was still getting prank calls after this shit. After me and him talked the first time on the phone, he was still getting them calls. So come to find out, it was because she was still telling him. It wasn't nobody else at my job telling him anything. It was just her still trying to start shit. So I'm like, wow, really? So I told him, again, I'm like, this is my number. Got no reason to call you privately, none of that shit. I'm talking to him in the same tone, all that. I'm like, this is my phone number. If I got some shit to say to you, hitting you off this number. I ain't gotta hide my shit, period. You got my shit. So, like, all right, man, whatever, boo. Hung up, and that was the end of that. So, everything after that, everything was cool. I ain't seen the nigga again. It wasn't no problem after that. And like I said, y'all know what I said in the last part of this video. So, I was like, finally, this shit over with. Finally move on from this shit. Like, motherfuckers on this lame ass shit, trying to put my name in shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, period. So, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this story time. And I will be back with another story time real soon. See you guys later. Peace.
Back when I was broke, they was cool with it. Now every move I make, I'm in the news with it. Even if I ain't do it, they be like, you did it.